Hi, hello, welcome. My name's Lovejoy17, and this is the Hyper Tower project. It's the second season of it, and well, for those of you who've been following closely, I'm sure it's not hard to see that this is not where the series was left off. Unfortunately, there was some issues where the previous entry didn't quite move over properly, or I don't know what happened, but when I opened the world, I was stuck in a hill inside an acacia biome, and that's not what's meant to happen, because it was meant to be, well, this world, which it wasn't. And then unfortunately we couldn't go back to the world before, to the save before that, but we were able to go to the save before that. So if you go backwards too, this follows on from there, but I'm going to be following on the theme from the previous one. So the theme was that Revived Drain set was steampunk. I'm going to be doing steampunk, but I do not think it's fair that the previous two, like I was going to say combatants, that's not quite contributors, there's the word. They don't have their mark on this world anymore. So I think what I've got to do first is I've got to build up a little homage to the two of them. So I'll do that now. So whoosh. Oh boy. Wow. That took a while. Wow. But yeah, I have created an homage to the two previous contributors because I really don't think it was fair that we lost out on their amazing work. What I've tried to do is I've tried to build it in the style that they built. It's probably not exactly the same as what they've done, and the builds aren't exactly the same, I know that for sure, but I've tried to incorporate what they did so that we can really show it off in the future. So I've got the big fish bowl, but instead of a dome, I've made it a bowl because it was I don't what do you do? Getting a stupid fish. I might have to build that up around it, maybe. I probably should do it, otherwise it'd just be a lot of dead fish. But yeah, I've put a bowl, like the ring instead, because just to save on time, I didn't have the time that Grain had to put a giant dome over, which looked epic. As did the sort of the castle church cathedral that Funku Chen built. One thing I need to put is the stained glass behind the big circular kind of window. I've tried to keep sort of similar styles. I put built up in sort of a tower that was sort of similar look to what they'd built with. It's not amazingly detailed, but I wanted to get something out there to sort of just say like this was your style, this is what you did. There, I saw they had some bricks, so I've put that in there. We've got some little windows in here and there. I kept the big circular window. That was sort of, in my mind, I was like, yep, that's what I've got to keep. I've tried to sort of do their entrance they had. I've kept it in line with here. So, yeah. Yeah, well, I think now that I've sort of restored it to the best of what I can, I think it's time for me now to add something that hopefully won't get deleted in the future. Fingers crossed! Alright, I have built up some structures. Well, let me show you. It is, whoops. It is sort of like one mega structure made up of lots of individual structures. But this is sort of, in my mind, what steampunk means. You've got loads of little buildings kind of coming off of other buildings, and big buildings and little buildings and floating stuff and tiny support pillars that I don't think they should really work, but they do. And I mean, look at this one, it's broken, but hey ho. Yeah, but at the same time, it doesn't look very steampunky, does it? I mean, let's face it, we need some doohickeys, doodads, greeblies, whatchamacallits, thingamabobs to come off the edge, you know, like fans and pipes and aqueducts and viaducts and ducts, you know, and other things that I haven't thought of yet. Pipes, chimneys. We need lots of little things, so why don't we get to it? So whoosh. Okay, so as you can see, I have added said doohickeys, thingamabobs, scribblies, whatever you call it, what have you. And look what we've got. We've got this crane. This is actually a pretty cool crane. Just kind of came up with this on the fly using some grindstones and chains and fences, and it's a bit messy at the top, but we've got this big wheel, and it is sort of, it feels like it's something that's just been cobbled together to be able to pick up, well, something, who knows what. We've got all these chimneys coming out. They're pretty cool. Oh, they're quite loud as well. What else? Yeah, we got this fan. I built this one up off screen. It's slightly different to this one. This one was sort of like, if you remember back to the Amazing Paper Season 2, we built that on there. It's a pretty cool design. Just sticking out a little bit. I'm not sure if it needs to be bigger or not, but I think it's like that. If the next person decides they want it to be bigger, they can just expand it. We've got various pipes all going around the building, connecting it to the homage, connecting different buildings together. There's two. Oh, we've got this nice gradient on the chimneys. I thought that's really cool. We've got a couple bay windows over here because, well, we needed some windows here and there. And a few more pipes. This one I split up, made it look a little bit different. And yeah, you know what? I think that's where I'm going to call it for my episode. I hope you enjoyed. I hope I've paid enough respect to the people who came before me who unfortunately lost their builds. Really sorry that happened. I don't know how it happened, but there was just issues with the saves. But I hope that you appreciate the effort that I've put in to recognise the work that you've put in prior. And for the next builder, oh, what theme? What theme should we do? Well, I had steampunk. There's been other things. I am going to say the next theme is, and I'm certainly not thinking this up on the fly and definitely thought of this before. Pause for dramatic effect. I'm going to just go with the Nether. None of these fancy themes, but just the Nether. That is your theme. Next builder, enjoy.